Hi everybody, it's Jenny J 1911 and I am here with Nick at Cabot Guns. So exciting, and I know you're all gonna love this segment. So, in talking with Nick, I found out a little bit about the history in Cabot Guns and a really special relationship that they have with another company. So I'm actually gonna let Nick explain all that to you.
Well, before we get into that, I know that some of your subscribers are going to want to see the crazy stuff, okay? So you think about Cabot, you don't think anything's normal. We've made the meteorite guns, and everyone wants to see them. Yes, we made them. No, they're not here. Yes, they're very expensive. They're in a vault back home. But we'll get into some of the newer stuff.
Okay.
So this right here, Jenny, this is the Serenity. So Serenity has a Damascus steel upper. So if your subscribers are familiar with Damascus steel, it's actually, rolled and heated and actually welded. So this is a pattern welded steel, and when we make this gun, it just looks like a regular piece of steel until we take it and we acid etch it. So this is the Serenity, and it's got stainless steel grips, so feel how heavy that is.
Oh my gosh. This is nice.
So that's new for this year.
Wow.
And so it's just a kind of a clean look, but really accentuating the look of the Damascus steel. So some people think that that's either lasered or engraved in there, but that's actually the different layers of steel, the different densities of it, once it's eaten away by some acid. So we acid etch it and then polish the highs. So this is Serenity.
Okay.
And how does that feel?
I love it. And I'm a person that usually traditionally likes stippling on my grips.
Yep.
But these smooth grips are actually really comfortable because you have so much in the way on the back strap and the front where we have all the stippling. So that's actually really, really nice. I like that a lot. So.
Well, and people, when they hold our guns, they see that it's a little bit different because the grip is a little bit smaller dimensionally front to back, so that feels nice.
Yeah.
But the checkering pattern on the mainspring housing is actually diagonal, so we call it our rhombus style checkering. I'm a big fan of Formula One, and this is really cool technology because it's kind of like a tire tread.
Yeah.
So when you're racing or you're driving in the wet, the tire tread will actually give you extra grip as your tires start to skid, but you still want them to be able to, not have traction when you're not skidding.
Right.
So it's not going to dig into your hand until the gun starts to move.
Yeah.
So it really helps you with that. So that's our rhombus style mainspring housing, checkering on the mainspring housing and on the front strap. But Serenity isn't alone. We have its alter ego, or I guess you could say its cousin, called Apocalypse. Okay, so this is Apocalypse fully kitted out, so I'll give you that.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the Apocalypse, which we actually released last year, and that's the same Damascus steel pattern on the slide. It's just twisted a different direction. So if you look at the back here, you can see the little swirls of the steel on the slide.
Wow. Yep.
That's all Damascus steel etching on there. And it has our vintage classic finish. We put the rail on there so you can attach a X300 or whatever weapon light you want, and a red dot mount, because red dots are the future. I don't know if if you guys don't shoot red dot, that's okay. I shoot red dot all the time, so we've developed a red dot mount to go with this, and it keeps the dot as low and far back as possible, and you can shoot quiet.
Right.
This is the gun that John Wick, wishes he had.
You're right. Oh my gosh.
But speaking of that special relationship, so we actually have two brands. So we have Cabot Guns and Alchemy Custom Weaponry under one roof. So on Cabot, we're making all of our frames, slides, small parts, all that in-house. And that's why we're able to get the frame to slide fit that we get. In fact, just feel this. Rack this gun and see how that feels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that's because of our high tolerance machining and the way we machine all of our parts.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so
I like that.
That's the Nero.
Okay.
But then on the other side of the shop, you go over and we have the Resto mods. And the Resto mods are going to be the Alchemy Custom Weaponry guns.
Okay.
So whereas Cabots are made from stainless steel, Damascus, meteorite, we even made some grips out of T-Rex femur one time. It's like, you find these materials, and the first thing we do is let's turn them into a gun.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah, we have T-Rex femur.
Oh.
So fossilized Tyrannosaurus Rex femur. Yeah. How did they know it was a femur? I don't know. But on the other side of the shop, we have Alchemy Custom Weaponry, and this is going to be more of a traditional gun. It's going to be traditional styling, hand fit. These guns are carbon steel, so 4140 steel that's then blued, so the nice polished flats and round tops, and really taking some of those classic features from the original 1911, the original that John Browning designed, where we don't have an extra scallop here in the frame. This one actually has a flared ejection port, but normally we don't have flared ejection ports. This was just the prototype and we were playing around with it. So this is more of like that, this is the Prodigy, and this is that bowling pin gun. So you know those guys that love to go set bowling pins up out at 25 yards. So you got the fully adjustable rear, you get the nice big ambi safety there so guys can be, boom, just plinking out there. And no proper 90s gun, 90s S gun, would be complete without a Videcki 3-hole speed trigger. So it's kind of that Videcki 3-hole speed trigger style, and harkens back to that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this is cool. But then, there's a lot of themes that go on at Alchemy. This is the Quantico. So Rob Sholland, who started Alchemy Custom Weaponry, he was with Springfield Armory, and Springfield Armory had the HRT guns for the FBI, the hostage rescue team, back in the 90s. There was a contract that went out for it. This is what we call the Quantico, and it is kind of our take on what the HRT guns, would be if we were to build them now. So if the FBI came to us and said, give us a single stack 45, God, I wish they would do that. That'd be so cool. But the FBI HRT team to come and say, hey, give us a single stack 45 with a rail.
Yeah.
This is how we do it. It's all bead blast blue. We black coat the barrel, black the whole thing out, tritium front because the 90s tritium, like everybody was on the tritium train there. And so this has just got that old school feel. And this is something that's really interesting, is the guys that buy our guns, the Alchemy side, they like all that hand fit feeling from the 90s. So there's a little bit of extra lockup. When you unlock this gun, there's a little bit of a pop, and that's from the hard fit. Okay, people like hard fit barrels. It changes the recoil impulse. It just makes this gun so smooth to shoot. Shooting 45 ACP, full power, 230 grain. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Right.
And for the younger kids, see, I'm a millennial. So I like 9mm and I like Mo capacity. So with that, we have the Quantico high cap. So we took the single stack version, put a wide body frame and wide body grip on it, and now you're going from 8 rounds of 45 AARP and going to 17 rounds. I don't know if you heard that there. 45 AARP. AARP, because fat, slow, and old gets the job done. But whatever. So we're going to 17 rounds of 9mm or up to 20. And this is the high cap kitted out. This is my gun. So this is how I wanted it perfectly done.
This is actually your person.
Yes, I haven't gotten to shoot it yet. They brought it down. Yeah, so I'm going to take this out and shoot it.
You haven't gotten to shoot it yet?
No, it's brand new.
Oh,
this is the first time I've seen it. I just put an optic on it and, ready to rock and roll.
I
know we should. We should go find a range. We should go find a range. But this is a bead blast hard chrome. So it's such a cool finish. There's a lot of, like Cabot stainless guns, these are all 4140, so you do need to protect it somehow. And this hard chrome on bead blast, it actually changes the color. It's got kind of a blue tint to it. Yeah. And it just looks so cool. So
yeah, it really does. And you're right about the color. It's silverish blue. Like, I think maybe you have to see it in person or have a really good
It's really hard
photograph
to
of
yeah.
It, but that's really that's nice.
Yeah.
So you said this is chambered in a 9.
That's 9mm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's really nice.
17 rounds, or we have a 20-round mag. Yep.
Oh wow.
So
that's super cool.
It's cool, and it's really great because we have the 2 brands that are totally different identities. You've got Cabot, where we'll do, we can do anything there. Yeah. And on Alchemy, it's got that traditional look. So this is a 2011 that doesn't look like a 2011, or a high cap that doesn't look like a high cap. Right. And that's the whole idea behind it, is keeping it looking traditional.
Traditional. Yeah. Exactly. And I am a traditionalist. I love 1911s, I love 2011s, and I love revolvers. So those are
very cool.
Yeah, those are so this is my jam.
That's your speed. Yeah,
anybody that watches my channel regularly knows this is what I like. So
awesome. Yeah. Good deal.
Yeah. Well, this was absolutely incredible. I mean, did we talk about that?
Oh, we didn't even talk about this one. Okay, so I brought this out because, people talk about Cabot, and I know people think that, it's a Cabot, it's got to be $50,000. Well, there are some guns that are at that price, but this would be basically I don't want to say entry level, I don't like that term, but the starting point for Cabot. So this is a national standard, so that's in stainless steel with polished flats, and that starts at just over $4,000.
What is this chambered in?
That's in 45. It's 45, it can be 45, 9mm, yeah.
I could almost carry this.
Yep, that's a commander. And the cool thing about this is our commanders are full cycle. So normal commanders, so a 4 1/4 inch barrel, they shorten the stroke of the slide in order to get the bushing to fit and everything to work properly. On our guns, this is actually a full-size frame.
Yeah.
So it's a government frame, and we actually keep the full cycle technology, the full cycle stroke, but put a 4 1/4 inch barrel on there. So when you shoot it, even though it's a commander, it feels like a full size.
Yeah, and you know what else I like? I really like that it has the
slide top serrations. Yep.
That's so cool because I'm imagining, you know, I could take this out to the outdoor range.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it cuts the glare down.
Exactly.
Yep.
That would be so.
Well, something else too. If you look at the front sight, the front sight is not pushed in from the side like a normal dovetail. So we have a reverse dovetail where the front sight comes in from the front. So that means you'll never have any, you know, side to side play. You're not going to have your front sight drift. So if anyone ever calls me and says, you know, my gun shoots to the left, I go, well,
that's your
it's not your front sight. It's not your front sight. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And these slide serrations, the rear serrations those are amazing.
Oh yeah, and it's cool because we go in and on the national standard you can see there's the serration, but then we actually feather in between the serrations.
Exactly.
There's so many little details when you look at it. We get a little weird about the details, like the trigger. The front pad of the trigger, it's bull-nosed, but then we go in and serrate the front of the trigger pad, so where your finger sits, it sits there like perfect.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's not going to slide off.
It's not going to slide off, and you're going to be in the middle of the trigger because there's two radiuses, I don't know, but there's two of them. However you say that. Yeah. But your finger would go right there in the middle, and you're going to feel if you're off center.
Yeah. So I guess I'm having trouble putting this one down.
Okay, that's all right.
So I better hand it back before I lose my nerve.
That's all right.
So, well, this was absolutely amazing, Nick. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by.
I mean, I can't imagine anybody wouldn't love to be holding one of these right now.
Yep.
And I got to hold some. So, yay for me. This was a great way to end our time here. This is actually the third day.
It is the third day.
At the convention, and oh my gosh, I mean, it's just been, I can't believe how busy it's been.
It's been busy.
Hopefully you guys have a great third day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for everything. And until we talk again, I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Don't go anywhere yet. Stick around and check out this eye candy.